So now let's get to this interview of Ressa Tessa on the Tamron Hall show. Okay, so hey, glad she's on Tamron Hall because I did not watch that 50-part TikTok. Probably won't. I don't want to disappoint my supporters, but I am bringing it to you real and raw like I do, and I'm just throwing my opinion on, again, everything is a legend in my opinion. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell button so you can be notified. Got all that out the way. I'm just putting out my opinion here. Now, Tamron is blowing smoke up this chick's butt, okay? She's letting her know how bright she is and how she does background checks when she does interviews. Ressa got pregnant very soon. They moved in during lockdown. Again, not big bad behavior. A lot of people were lonely doing during lockdown. My goodness. I've told stories when I was in lockdown about how, it's just me and my girls here. My sister is depressed because we're just talking on FaceTime, and, my girls were small at the time, and, it was always her and them, and then my aunt passed during that time. So it was, and she had the big C 19. So when she passed, so it was a lot of things going on at that time. That's why nobody could tell me not to get the SHOT, because I knew of someone in my family factually that had passed away with the big C 19. So I was cautious. No one could tell me not to wear my mask, and no one could tell me anything about it. Now, when I did get C 19, let me tell you though, it was after I got the SHOT, and it was after lockdown. During lockdown, when I wore my mask, when I had to go out, wearing my mask, never caught it. So the masks were working, people. Okay, in my opinion. But yeah, so it was a lot of things going on with all of us. So she felt, excuse me, I'm sure she felt lonely. I'm sure she felt depressed, and a lot. And men like him prey on women that they can sense even the inkling of desperation in. And I'm not saying it's big bag behavior. I'm saying it's human behavior, because some women can also glean in on desperation. Shout out to going over there on Real Housewives of Potomac, him, Bigfoot Mia. So what I mean by Tamron blowing smoke up her ass is she was telling her, well, girl, yeah, nobody would ever thought of what you did, because Ressa went out, because this man was providing approval letters and everything. He was getting homes and, providing whatever she, needed to prove, that he was legit. So, but Ressa herself ended up getting employment, and that particular job, whatever it was, because normally jobs don't require that you give them your spouse's social. Now, mind you, they married quickly right after, during the pandemic or whatever. And so, mind you, jobs don't normally require you to give your spouse social, but what happened was she noticed that the social was different on the marriage license versus what was on the social that on the application. Okay, so that was a red flag, and she said the Lord was sending her red flags all the time. No, baby, that was your intuition. Okay, now a lot of people say your intuition is the Lord giving you signs. No, that's your internal clock. Was already built in you, giving you signs. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it. It is what it is. If you thought it was the Lord, then you should listen to the Lord, because you admitted that you shouldn't listen to him or her. Okay, because we are goddesses. Okay, we create life, and then life is spawned from women. Man provides, and the male species, the only thing they provide is the sperm to create life. Life is already brewing inside of us as an egg. Okay? All human and life species already has the tools to produce life naturally. But that's neither here nor there. We're not talking about science. We're gonna stay on the on Ressa Tessa being guided by Jesus, honey. So anyway, she says that she didn't listen to the Lord, and He was always giving her updates on what was going on with old Legion over there. And baby, I don't know if it was desperation per se, or maybe she actually, did anybody ever think about it? She actually fell in love with this creep. So everybody's blaming on desperation. I mean, it could have been a moniker of things. Could have been desperation, love, wanting companionship. We've been pressed in our heads over the years, and throughout since the beginning of time, or since the beginning of our enslavement in America, that you're supposed to pair through marriage, and a man is supposed to lead you in that pairing. So maybe she wanted a little leadership. I mean, she said she was a God-fearing person, apparently, because these red flags were given to her by the Lord. So, therefore, apparently she must read the Bible. So, in the Bible, you're supposed to pair through marriage, right? So, it could have been all of that. Like, I'm living with this man. I don't believe in that. Let me hurry up and marry a stranger. Allegedly. Okay. But anyway, she's saying she didn't listen to what was being told to her. And, we can't judge her about that. A lot of us don't listen to that. I'm just saying. I say about all men. All men have a tendency to send a representative. They love bomb you. They treat you well. And like I said, can we judge her for this? Because we find out things about people all the time, that we didn't know during the relationship. Because as nice and as kind, as quote unquote God-fearing my daddy was, I never in a million years would have thought that he would have cheated on my mother. Okay? And when he cheated on her, let's see, I was 8. I want to say I was 8. And my sister was 12. Somewhere like that. Yeah. Either she was 11 or 12. I know I was 8. But they had been married quite some time. At least 12, 13 years by then. so, baby, yeah, they were. They had been married 13 years by then. So, he was still giving a representative to me. When you cheating on your wife and you have a full-blown mistress, then that's you providing a representative. So, did my mother really know who she married? Because she never would have thought, as Christian of a man my daddy was, and I'm talking about strict Christianity, raised in the church, period, deacon in the church, all of the above, okay? Would she ever have thought, knowing him for 13 years, that he would cheat on her with a full-blown side chick? And I mean a side chick. I mean the kind that Arrione was. Okay? And intrusive, calling the house, everything, all of the above. Would talk to me and my sister on the phone like she was our mother. Yeah, that type. Now, Ressa also said that during the time when she was in the hospital having her DNC. Well, sometimes miscarriages can be more of an emergency because you're gonna lose blood. So she had the type that some women don't have DNCs, but obviously clearly she has, because sometimes the fetus expels itself. But some women just go to make sure that you get a good cleaning. But apparently hers were more so like with Sonya's, more so like a Sonya from Real Housewives of Atlanta, more so like an emergency type. So she is in the hospital, and she finds out that he's not a regional manager. Now, this is not why she's in the hospital, but, these are the type of things that are going on while she's in the hospital, because allegedly he couldn't come to the hospital because he was at work doing his regional managery. Chad, I can't make this stuff up. But somebody was texting her by the name of David. It was actually a legend, or whatever his name is. And he was like, baby, I got this, you got this, be strong, blah, blah, blah. And apparently he was not at work, and that wasn't the person who she thought it was. I guess this is supposed to be somebody texting for him. But anyway, the point is that wasn't him, and that was another thing that she saw as a red flag. She was getting ready to divorce him. He kept showing up at the house. Of course he was showing up at the house. He was living a good cushion life. He had become a pure leech at this point. So he had good life. Talked to one of his own, and she's like, well, I'm with this fool. And she's like, no, don't divorce him. What about the baby? What baby? I lost the baby in June. So he didn't discriminate with his scamatories. He was scamming the aunts, the uncles, the family members, putting things in their name, saying their name, using their name. He just did not give a fuck. Period. So finally, Tamron started asking her the hard question, and she asked her, why did she start making a TikTok video? She said she did them to help somebody. And she said that what hurt her the most was that people were saying that she did it for clout. And see, my sister is like that. She was like that. She was like, why do you have to post everything? Why do you always post the children's accomplishments? This, that, and the third. First of all, because I'm proud of them. Why do you always post when they get hurt? Because my daughter broke her arm. Why did you post that? Blah, blah, blah. I posted for me, not just for the people. Because for me, because I still use Facebook. Shout out to Facebook, because you can write more stuff. And on my Twitter, the people that follow me on Twitter are strangers. Because you can get out to the masses what happened. So you don't have to call everyone. You don't have to call this one, that one, and the third. Make one post. Everybody knows. That's how I look at it. And then when I make a long soliloquy, shout out to Quad. Nobody can do a soliloquy like Quad. But if I'm making a long soliloquy venting, it's like me journaling. Not necessarily to tell my business to someone or the masses. It's just like, I'm getting this out, I'm writing it down. And like she said, it may help someone, it may touch someone may even feel what I'm saying and feel that compassion. Now, you have your jerks out there who don't care about you as a person or whatever, or don't have human compassion. Shout out to Simone over there on Marriage to Medicine. But at the same time, most of the time, it's some sincerity there. So I can feel what she's putting down. She's saying that she did it not for clout, but to vent and to help people. Okay, now then we get back to the big bag behavior. She was talking about how, she felt already vulnerable and already insecure. And then someone said, now, did you really think a VP would date you basically as big as you are? Sure. Because I'm just going to say this, and this may sound racist, but this is my opinion, or racial. I would say racial, because black people can be racist, and I stand by that. But this is going to probably sound racial. If a black man is attracted to you, that is why sometimes the white women that are thrown aside, the obese white women thrown aside, often end up with black men, because black men are attracted to you. Caucasian men often pressure their women to lose weight. Now they're out there getting these BBLs and such not, and putting themselves in danger because, in my opinion, because, that's what black men like. And I can tell you a factual story. I dibble dabbled before I had my enlightenment. Dibble dabbled into the Caucasian races of dating. And he told me, you're pretty in the face or whatever, but you're just not, your body type is not the type that I would date, even as a black woman, because he dated only black women. A lot of times, I'm not going to say most of the time, but a lot of times when Caucasian men date, outside of their race, they tend to usually date black women or, whatever their preference is in that way. So this one, just so happened to date black women. He was attracted to me, but, I understood the pressures of sometimes Caucasian women, going to the gym, working out, becoming anorexic and bulimic. Now, you can say what you want to say, and they can talk about it all day over there on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but I'm going to talk about them briefly as well, because this is a reality roundup. You can say whatever you want to say, but the facts are the facts. There are more white women that have eating disorders, but they don't report that. They will quickly report how we have more obesity in the black community, but when it's time to report a negative over there, is women are anorexic and bulimic. But no, it's a lot of pressure to stay thin with Caucasian women, because white men just like you to have a big chest. And so I just happen to have a big chest too, and big hips and big thighs. Legs and hips and body. But he told me literally that I was not his body type. He like I said, he liked my chest. He liked my face. But maybe you need to lose a little weight in the hip area, or maybe you need to lose a little weight. There's always a little here, a little there. And I was already back then, literally, I was a gym buff. Went to the gym 3-4 times a week, worked out, ate right, the whole 9. Okay. Steamed ass broccoli. No, I even ate grilled chicken most of the time, grilled chicken salads most of the time. Ooh, how I miss fried foods then, though. But I had literally cut out all fried foods, and I probably was a size 8 then. And so you can imagine the pressures of what it was like to be, because I'm a size 14 now. Big bag. Ooh, 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 ooh. But anyway, so you can imagine the pressures of, losing weight and what size his preference was. I couldn't imagine, I was size 8 and I was like, oh, I'm already a size 8. I'm like 125, 130. So you telling me I need to lose more weight and be what size? 2? That's not my body type. That's not my ministry because my hips are naturally big. My thighs are naturally big. My behind is naturally big. Needless to say, your girl chunked up the deuces. Yes, I stopped calling him, ghosted the hell out of his ass. Nobody is gonna fuck with my self-esteem like that. Okay? So, I said all that to say, she makes reference to what Charlamagne said about her. He's a big-time radio personality, right? So Charlamagne has since apologized. Let me just say that. However, it does not change the fact of what he said. He tried his best. I didn't know the lady. I didn't know what she looked like. But what you said was this. And I've heard it repeated many, many times, Charlamagne, the anti-God. You said, sounds like big back behavior. Even though I can go with you saying that you didn't know what she looked like. You said it sounded like big back behavior. You didn't say it sounded like Halle Berry behavior or Beyonce behavior. You said big back behavior. And what does that imply, though? Nobody is stupid, okay? That implies that you were saying that sounded like a desperate, obese woman. Period. Or a heavier woman. As if we're the only ones who are desperate. Then Jess, unhilarious, says, yeah, she was giving Sheila behavior. So Sheila was big, and he goes and says Sheila was beautiful. Then he says, what I want all big backs to know is that there is someone out there for you. He even said this in his apology. There's someone out here who's going to love you for you. But what about the small backs? What about the desperate small backs? Is there somebody out there that's going to love them for them? Or is it that somebody's going to love them just because you perceive them to be more attractive? Yeah. I'm about to put something on your mind. Because that's what I do. I give it to you real and raw. Okay. So she comes to, excuse that, that's an ad plane. So she comes to the revelation that her looks should have nothing to do with somebody loving her for her. Correct. And she admits that this is a lesson learned, but her heart is not closed off to dating. Now, let me give a little side story here, and this is about my children's dad. Our problems were never about the way I look. He had been attracted to me probably since he was 15 years old. I didn't even know that he had a crush on me when me and his sister was hanging out. But I'm saying, to put in my own personal revelation on dating. When we had problems, it was more so dealing with something about our girls, okay? I can honestly say throughout my whole 41, 42 years of dating at that time, because I met him when I was 40 and he passed away when I was 42. But in my whole life of dating and even having a boyfriend, he was the only man, and this is why I fell so deeply in love with him. The only man that I felt like cared for me. I had cut off all my hair because I did the big chop. He never said a word about it. Never said no, no, no. Like most, a lot of black men. No, 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 no. I don't like your hair like that. Don't cut your hair. No, that made me attracted to him. He never said, oh, well, you need to lose weight, pull back from the table. No, that made me attracted to him. He never said, wear more makeup because I'm not a big makeup wearer. No, no, no. Never said anything. Never questioned my looks. Never about if I had to cook for him or, do all these things for him. And if I cooked for him, it was because I wanted to. He cleaned up way better than I did. Military man. So, baby, when I tell you could clean up, his house was neater than frogs' hair on frogs' asses. so, I said all that to say is that everyone has someone that could be like that for that person for me, that I had for me. Because you feel more of a connection to someone, that you could feel that they care about you just the way you are. And a lot of times, women specifically make concessions for men. If a man don't like your hair, we'll go. It could have been a situation where I could have worn wigs all the time because he liked long hair. We make concessions. Or taking cooking classes because that's what he likes. Making sure the home was clean and all this type of stuff because that's what he likes. Do we ever, ever, ever say to men, find out what she likes? And that's why I don't like Toya over there on Married to Medicine. I cannot stand her. But that's why I don't drag Eugene in the area of him doing for her. I drag her because it seems to me, and just from the perception on the television, it's never enough. You can't always exceed expectation when this man is trying. And I know some of us are satisfied with the try. I'm one of them. But the thing about men is, not Eugene, because it seems like Eugene is just happy where he is. But I'm just saying, it seems like it's times when men just say, hey, I'm done trying, okay? This is too much. And see, I would put myself in the reverse if I was Toya. What if what if she was a doctor like with Curtis over there in his mold? What if she was the one working 12-hour shifts and coming home grilling steak, and not just steak for the girls. You done sat on your ass all day, and I got to come home and grill steak and potatoes for not just me and our family, but for the girls in the neighborhood, so I can look like the rich, kept black woman. But it works for them, okay? Like I said, I'm not questioning Eugene's sexuality because he's like that. He loves his wife, and that's a beautiful thing. But at the same time, some people get tired. And a lot of people believe that Eugene will get tired one day. I don't think he will. But I just wish that Toya would understand that she can't say, I want this how I want, this how I want. But never consider maybe Eugene is just tired. Or what does Eugene want? Every once in a while. I have never seen her on that show say, what does Eugene want? And like I said, if we put that in reverse, and it was her who's working the 12-hour shift, and her who was bringing home the bacon on top of that, and, cleaning up and cooking and cleaning and everything that Eugene does for her, if it was in reverse, we'd be like, oh, is he abusive to that woman? Why is he doing her like that? That's all I'm saying. But to wrap that up, I'm glad Ressa Tessa has come to a realization that, We all need to vet people a little bit more before we get involved in a serious relationship, especially a marriage. Okay. Now, moving right along, we have the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I was just pulling out little things that have happened, in the reality TV roundup. This is going to be the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 2. I watched part 1 as well. Part 1 and 2, they sort of end up migrating together. And baby, when I tell you these heifers was giving it to each other last night, I was like, oh, point for her, point for her, point for her, point for her. And I just couldn't realize really who was dragging each other the most. Now, that's good conflict and comeback. Nobody was yelling at each other. Nobody was screaming like a banshee. Shout out to Simone over there on Married to Medicine. Everybody was calm, but it was good, classy reads and shade. When Val Kyle said, what have you brought to the show besides a horse? A dating competition. And what else did she say? She said she at least gave her 3 things. A horse, a dating competition. Oh, and cash. Every what I tell you, I fell out. I was too through. And then when Dorit was trying to come up with a better lie for what had happened to her in the robbery, I believe 100% that Dorit was robbed. I believe, and this has always been my belief, it was my belief when I first heard it, that PK was going through some financial issues and he paid someone to rob her. I'm sorry. Allegedly. This is my opinion. And my tuition is hardly ever wrong. Because the way he is so disconnected from it is just, it reminds me of a setup. Sorry. It just does. And I think that Dorit, it talks so much that he couldn't even put her in on the caper. So he had to make it look really real. Because these people were absolutely positively too kind to leave their phone. And that's what Garcelle is talking about. Garcelle's like, okay. And so then they bring up Son's alleged eating disorder and her drinking problem. They all did say what Son said they said. She said that they were saying, implying that she had a drinking problem. They did. Talking about she put vodka in a cup before 10 and all this, that, and the third. When, to me, Kyle was sitting there acting just like Robin. And what pissed me off about Andy sitting there with that one bad eye is that he never, ever, more money than I ever have in a lifetime, he could fix that eye. So that's neither here nor there. Sitting there with that eye looking at her. He never said once, well, Kyle, you didn't bring as much to the show that you could have. Robin Dixon. Shout out to her over there on Real Housewives of Potomac. About the marriage. So Sutton, being Sutton, she was asking her about it. Now, Sutton brought real story to me, but the horse and the cashmere, baby, that was hilarious to me. But she's like, I have brought my children. Some of them were 2 and 3. They're in college now. I was married the whole time on the show. I brought my sisters and our drama, but you never brought real drama from you and Marcusio, or whatever his name is, this season. Because, baby, you got some of us out here that been watching the show ever since. But when I tell you the person that stayed on her neck the most, that I love still to this day, that they kicked off the show, baby, it was that witch called Court. Carter stayed. The ladies with 2 male names. Carter stayed on that neck, baby. And so then they put it back on Sunday, and they was like, well, you on Watch What Happens Live saying that you get $300,000 a month after taxes. That's braggish behavior. That's what thick tongue Anna Marie said. Yeah, she talked just like Tisha over there on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I can integrate everybody, okay? Because I watch all the shows, honey. I'm not sitting here just saying because Bravo is a bigger network that I'm going to just only review shows on Bravo or recap shows on Bravo. No. I'm an integrationist. Okay. I love TV. Period. Dash. So, she's over there, talking about how, the rich people out there, they never brag about it. She was asked about it, and she said what she wants to say, that she's a rich white lady. Okay? The thing about Sutton that I didn't like is that she didn't own up to her not wanting the attention from the Chippendale dancers, which she did. I would have wanted the attention, girl, but I don't have to beg for the attention. Like I said, strippers always come to me. Every show that I've ever been to, they always come to me and be like, kiss me on the hand, kiss me on the cheek, pick me up, even with my big back. Everything, honey. So I don't ever have to worry about that. But I do believe that she wanted the attention. Otherwise, she wouldn't have brought her ones and her dollar bills. Her dollar bills, y'all, and her her little white pants. And she wanted the attention. Erica Jane called out on that, and she was right. They talked about Erica, how she dragged Denise, baby. Baby. Who makes the most money on OnlyFans? Who makes the most money on OnlyFans? You or Savage Joe? Baby, that day, woo, I fell. Do you hear me? Fell what they call the hell out. I was cracking up. She got him, okay? But like they were getting each other. Even Crystal had clocked in, right? Crystal didn't really have a storyline, but baby, she said she wants this extra check added onto her $100 billion fortune by herself with her yoga water, whatever it is called, coconut water, whatever it is. So she clocked in and was dragging everybody. You did imply she was an alcoholic. You did imply. Yeah, come on in, Crystal. We've been waiting on you, girl. Come on, knock on the door. We've been waiting for you. I told you yesterday that I'm a big-time 80s TV person. So everybody clocked in, and Dorit was sitting there lying like a rug, baby. Yeah. Well, me and PK, we're not getting a divorce. But, we are living separate lives in a way. He's kind of like downstairs. And he was over at Boy George's place. And no, I don't believe that he had a woman in the car. That was brought up by Sutton. And then he don't have nothing there to get online, PK, and him and his little fat cheeks. They look like bulldog cheeks. And drag Sutton about what she said. Well, you desperate. You will never be Dorit. Who want to be Dorit? When she went from wearing every kind of label you could think of, looking like she was hood rich, to wearing mom jeans. And you telling us that y'all are straight? Child, bye. And you might just be doing like me and Thornton over there. You probably just about to dip on out of their relationship because then again, you have an ironclad prenup that Sutton didn't have. Are you jealous? Are you jealous, Dorit? You and your 85 different languages and your hood. Hey, hood. Woo, okay. And that's going to be my reality show roundup for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Baby, when I tell you I have enjoyed this reunion. Okay, now I have not watched the reunion for Traitors. I'm going to do a real quick reality roundup on Traitors. I love Traitors, and I'm so mad at myself that I didn't start watching it from the beginning, but I binged it, so everything is fresh on my mind. And I'm just going to talk about what I perceive from the Traitors. Okay, we have Dan, Poverty, Kate, and Phaedra. Those the 4 traitors, right? When I tell you that Phaedra played the game so well, but what pissed me off in this reality roundup, and I got it all to say, is that she should have gotten rid of Trishelle's ass early. That was always your problem. She was always in her little big-eyed, crooked-ass up in those banishments talking about you, Phaedra. That kept pissing me off. I'm like, get rid of Trishelle, and that will break up the alliance between her and CT. Because Peter had built a great alliance. I'm not going to take that from Peter. Because he had John, Trishelle, CT. It was the 5 horsemen, right? So Phaedra broke that up. Did a good job getting rid of Peter. And she said, look, I'm not expecting a rose, so I don't have to kiss your ass. This is not the best. Go on, girl. No, I can't stand Phaedra, but baby, that was a line of the century. And she had it. She had it. Because unfortunately, unlike most people, I was going for the traitor. I can't even lie. Not just because of Phaedra, but because I just like the treachery, honey. And the deceitfulness and how they set up in every meeting and did their thing. Poverty was weak. They never should have picked her as a traitor. They made the offer to Peter. He didn't take it. Now, that was a good strategic move on his behalf. But if they weren't going to kill Trishelle's treacherous ass, because she was the most treacherous dog in the whole daggone Faithful. If they weren't going to get rid of her, then they should have gotten rid of CT. If they weren't going to kill her, then they should have gotten rid of CT. Or even banish her. It was those 2 that had the greatest strength in the whole show. And he even gave up a shield for her. So, baby, when you know that he did that, once you found out that, she should have been on the chopping block from the beginning. I could not stand her. She played the game well, but not well as they should have. And the alliance that they had between the Bravo girls, as far as them being faithful, they should have kept it. Even with the 2 traitors in the Bravo girls, they should have kept their alliance. When they voted off Sheree, and Sheree lasted longer than Phaedra. But Phaedra is the only name you hear. Like I said, I didn't even know Sheree's ass was on the show. I'm not going to talk about those early banishmen because I don't know most of those people. I'm talking about people who we got down to the wire with. And then on the finale episode, when that damn Trishelle, as loyal as MJ had been with them. See, MJ, that was your problem. That's why you should have stuck with the Bravo Alliance. Because when they had the chance to keep your ass to split that money 3 ways, they split it between themselves. Girl, I was so hot. Because I know that MJ thought she had a 3-way split, didn't she? She like, I made this far. I'm in the final 3. You know, I done got rid of all the Bravo girls right along with the rest of the faithfuls. It's just the 3 of us faithfuls left. And then they voted your ass out. Girl, I was hot in the fish grease. Because I love the Bravo Alliance. I can't even lie. But, because I don't know CT and Trishelle. I know of Trishelle's name, but I didn't know who CT was. A lot of people say he was from the challenge and he was real good on there. So, always, next time, traitors, get rid of those people. Because, to me, girl from Survivor lasted too long, Sandra. Get rid of those people that won those challenge shows. Y'all wasn't ready for that. Y'all weren't ready for that because y'all on real reality TV. But y'all only thing y'all have to do is give your lives. So my advice for the traitors going forward, get rid of the people from the challenge shows. And that way you won't have, because they already know how to sneak and connive for the dough. Because they have to be underhanded to each other all the time. Even though, Phaedra, you do that on the reality shows. I mean, you do that on Married to Medicine and The Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's why you were so good on this show, because you were a treacherous, deceitful liar. But that's neither here nor there. Y'all should have kept the Bravo Alliance. I said what I said and gotten rid of Trishell's ass first of everybody. I know you were cool with CT, but she should have been gone. She shouldn't have even been able to say, I am a traitor, I am a faithful. Day one, after the. Because Phaedra, you were a traitor from the beginning. You and Dan. Y'all were the first two picked. That should have been your first target right there. They're helpful. But like I said, always get rid of the challenge people first. It's already used to that. But moving right along to more reality TV. Okay? In this reality roundup, we're going to talk about, real quick, Arrione Curry. I did not watch Arrione's video with Straight No Trace. I can't do it no more. I can't take it. But what I have figured out from a lot of people, what a lot of different content creators are saying, is that she was saying that she, and I didn't see this for myself, so this secondhand information, so it may not even be true. I like to, I do my reality show rounds. I like to watch things for myself, but I couldn't take it anymore. She was using Lil Miles Morales as a pawn to show Melody that she could do anything that she could do. It's so sad. It is really sad that you can literally tell that this girl is about to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. She don't have anything that Motel Hotel wants. She had bracelets on her teeth for 3,000 years. All that money you were getting from Mel back in the day, you should have got those bracelets off your teeth, honey. Because I'm pretty sure with you being a cum dump for Motel and you slobbing on his knob 24 hours like corn on the cob, that's why I call you that. All kind of shit in them braces. Yuck. Because clearly you're not going to the dentist properly. Because if you were going to the dentist properly, them things would be out your head by now. So, you just like the girls that was in school with those metal braces. Baby, when I used to see them sitting there eating with all that lettuce and those braces, I vowed when I got mine that they were going to be clean and taken off on time. I wore my braces a year and a half. 1 year and practically a half. Because I only broke my bracket once. That's because I wanted those things out my head with straight teeth to boot. Said all that to say, ugh, the germs and bacteria. No, she didn't clean them properly. Ugh. That's neither here nor there. Said all that to say, Miles Morales, I am concerned about the child. Anytime a woman uses a baby as a pawn to get what she wants, and then that man still wants his ex-wife, still wants what they had, and you get nothing out the deal, and he even dates someone better and older than you, according to people on TV. Shout out to Sheree that was over there on Traitors that lasted longer than Phaedra. Dated Sheree. He messed that up by fooling with you. Because Sheree was not going to put up with your little childish antics. And Melanie no longer put up with it. So, you as a woman, get you some Ressa Tessa about yourself, honey. Get you some pride about yourself. Go out there. Get the braces taken out your head. Because you're a pretty girl. And co-parent with Motel Hotel. Stop talking about the show. and leave this whole love and marriage Huntsville debacle behind you. If you have to one up, they know how, baby, one up. I'm proud of my city. Go back to day. I'm pretty sure not many of them watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, because Love and Marriage Huntsville, even though it's a national show, it's mostly Southern. Go back to dating, girl. Dating and dating. Play on words. Go back to dating, know how, and start dating. Somebody besides motel, hotel. Also, moving right along to the next topic. Wow. Usher, why after coming off that big Super Bowl performance, you go over there and chill with that fool? I'm going to say this, and I know that it's probably going to be controversial. Why would you attach yourself to an alleged essayer and knowing that your name is already out there singing with the F-offs with P. Punky? Why? You think that after I had come off a Vegas residency, the Super Bowl performance of the year, and then go over there and take pictures with him after I know about my connection to P. Funky, and do that? You're supposed to be riding the wave, dummy. You hadn't learned anything about divorcing Tamika? Shout out to Tamika over there on Boulder Bush. Because that's what the public wanted you to do, very much in love with Tamika. But you divorced her because, one, your mama didn't like her. And two, you said yourself that she wasn't what the perception of what women or, your female fans thought that she should be. Simple as that. And I knew that. But during the time that you were with Tamika, when I saw y'all together, I felt love from y'all. I mean, she did allegedly cheat on her husband to get with you. And you bonded with her because she was your stylist. But a lot of times when I see you dating these older women, because Usher like him an old woman, okay? The boy got mommy issues, in my opinion. Former mental health specialist, okay? Caseworker. I see that. Because he has spent his life in the spotlight. So when he's dating these older women, he may fall in love with them, true enough, but he also sees them as mommy figures. But all that being said, and all of your issues, instead of riding the wave, you go over there and take pictures with Ressa. Not only is he an alleged essayer, he is also being accused of being abusive to his family. Aoki, Miyoki, and Aoki, Kiyoki, all those Leah Okis. You didn't see the video? That's who you choose to spend time with after you should be riding away. If you don't get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. Child, I cannot make this stuff up. That's going to be the end of the breakdown of the reality show roundup. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy as much as I enjoy bringing it to you. Like I said, it was like pulling teeth. Trying to find things to talk about, baby. When I watched that, binge watched that Traitors, I knew I had to bring it to you real and raw. I've been saying I was going to bring it to you, but I had to finish it up. And that's what I got from it. And I hope you all go back and watch it for yourself if you have not watched it. Same thing with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, giving them big props. Did y'all see Alexander Rogers I had her in the content creator talk about how he got up there and said, stop trying to make Fetch happen and bringing Teddy and putting her in our face that she's bored. Baby, leave that up to Alex. But anyway, I'm going to close, and as I do, when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell button so you will be notified when I put out a video. And this is Reality DVD, and I'm out. Oh, a quick add-in with Sutton. I had to come in and do it because as I was looking for my thumbnail, I forgot to do say name 'em. But Sutton, you name it. Name 'em. But Sutton, name 'em. Sutton, name 'em. Baby, baby, baby. If you don't watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it is time to start watching it.